All right. So, yeah. Let's keep going. Let's keep going here. So another thing about this adventure worksheet, the Mythic Adventure Worksheet, is that it's a nice reminder of where you've been, and it gets you caught up immediately. So you don't have to like search through a bunch of notes. You don't have to kind of jog your memory. Kind of like when you're in a group, and because it's written down exactly where you are. The trigger went off already. This was for combat, I believe. The next one I'm going to go on to, M, is for a clue, a trigger for a clue for the man in black or the mysterious stranger that followed Blake. So let's go to the next scene, since that combat was a whole scene in itself, and I think that went pretty darn well. And Blake's still alive, so let's move on down to scene 5. Alright, so now I know there's going to be some clue. Pretty boy just ran away. I got the village town square here. It's medieval, but it can kind of pass as like a western town square there with a bunch of dirt. It's pretty similar. Maybe one of these days I'll come up with a western themed town square. And he's just still outside of the general store, I should say. That's the more appropriate term, not the market, but whatever. So I'm going to use the mythic cards to determine, to set the scene, the next scene up. That gives away a clue. Sorry about the shadows, not much I can do about that, really. I'll move this a little bit. Yeah, that's better. So, this is for the description of the scene where the chaos is at, let me adjust this a little bit. The chaos is at a 5, which is right in the middle. So what we have here, we have, okay, outside, event focus, remote event, fight. Ooh, okay. Description, ancient and angrily. Now let's take a look here. Chaos factor 1 to 5, it's expected. Chaos factor 4 to 9 is an interrupt. Okay, so the interrupt could have something to do with some kind of fight breaking out outside. Okay, so this could be a new NPC, but it says remote event, so something far away. All right. Ancient. So ancient could tie into the clue of the mysterious stranger. So there's a fight. I could see maybe there's a fight. Something is. There's a fight breaking out. Two people or more are fighting over something that's ancient. All right. But it's far away. Okay. So let's see here. An interrupt. So this gets Blake's attention. Okay. And he walks away from the general store and walks towards the fight to see what's going on, so you can get a better view of what really this thing is, what's so important that they're fighting over. And I'll pull another card. I could ask a question, but I don't know what quite to ask yet, so I'll draw another card. Alright. So I put the other card underneath, and I drew a new card. Also, these characters could be new NPC characters, so I could list them. But let me keep seeing what I could put together here for the scene. Let's see here. Military. PC positive. Military subject. Refuse. Okay. neatly, petite. All right, 1, 2, 5 expected. Okay, so I'm at, or 1 to 6 is expected. Military. Refuse. Something that benefits Blake. Petite, neatly. All right, what can I'm going to have to go with something I'm going to make up from all these words. All right, something I'm going to put together here on the spot for the scene. So it seems there's a fight between a military man, probably in like a Civil War type garb, and the person is refusing to give something up to the military man. Petite, I'm going to say petite always kind of reminds me of a small woman. Not to be sexist or anything, but that's what comes to mind. And maybe she's angry. It's maybe there's a family, the ancient thing that they're being asked to give up has something to do with something is important to the family. So she's angry at the husband. She doesn't want him to give up something to the soldier. So that's what's going on. But what is that? And so we got 3 new NPCs. We have the soldier, we have the husband, and the petite wife and or girlfriend. So, but what is it? What is it that they're trying to surrender? That could be a clue to this mysterious man in black, which Blake doesn't know that he's been followed, but what could we do? So maybe there's some dialogue. So Blake kind of approaches, and again, his motivation, he just wants to get home. And but what's the dialogue that he hears? So that's a question. Does he hear anything of importance, and what is it? All right. So I'll put this card on the bottom. I'll do the top card. No. But again, I didn't do this though. I should be like, what are the odds he's going to hear? I'd say it's very likely he heard something. All right. So I'm going to keep drawing a card. Does he hear any dialogue? All right. That's the first yes. Okay. So there's a yes. So I'll use a dialogue from this one. The subject is tension. NPC action. Desert. Okay. To interrupt. Defiantly dry. Okay. Something to do with the desert. Something that helps him survive. Okay, there's some I'm going to guess it's a special canteen that the husband is giving. Maybe he eventually gives to the soldier the canteen, because the soldier is, maybe the soldier has him at gunpoint, is forcing him to give him the water or whatever, or maybe there's liquor in it or something like that. Defiantly. So defiantly, I say the guy's giving up the goods to the soldier, and the wife isn't happy about it, because maybe it's her father gave it to him, his father-in-law, and as a gift, and so there's some tension there. All right. Okay, so how would this tie in to the mysterious stranger? Well, let's keep going, shall we? I could ask another question. Blake could ask another question. I can ask, let's see here. Let's see. What could I ask? I can't think of anything, so I'll do another card. The next card. Yeah, I'm not going to ask a question. I'm just going to see what the description is, because the scene hasn't quite ended yet. Oh, let's see what we got here. Ambiguous event. Mundane. Mistrust. Ambiguous event kind of, it sets atmosphere, but it might open more possibilities to a question. Expected. Nicely. Poor. The mundane. Mistrust. Okay, so there seems to be mistrust of the government in this town. And there's a real, it seems like this couple's very poor. Like they probably have rag kind of dress. And so the guy feels intimidated. I'll keep going, see how I can get a clue about something supernatural here. And if Blake's going to get involved or not. I'm not sure if he is or not. Let's see. Ambiguous event again. Art. Okay, that could tie in. Trust. Alright. Tying into the last card with a mistrust. Partially. And reassuring. Art. So, I'm going to say there's something about the canteen. There's some kind of rune on the canteen that seems familiar. Either familiar to Blake or catches Blake's eye. There's something mysterious about some kind of marking. Maybe the soldier looks at it. Because it stands out that much. Maybe there's... What is it about this canteen? Let me draw another card. Let's see. And this is another cool thing. Another thing I could do. Say if that's not doing the job, I could use Rory's Story cubes. Okay, this has a bunch of actions on it. Okay. I could use, and I have some of these here. Get the dust off them. This is the Voyages one with some fairy tale dice in there, which might work better. So let me try rolling a few of these, see what happens. What is it about this canteen that stands out? That's a clue. Wallet, money, backpack. Okay. Something with the backpack. I can't really come up with anything off the spot. I rolled again. Cave. Speed meter. Outline of somebody that's dead. What else? Oh, there's something I just thought of. Now I had it, now it's getting away from me. It's getting away from me. What is it about this? I know. This is what got away from me. See, this is kind of cool for something out in the desert, like in this adventure. So, the canteen. Yeah, the flask or the canteen has a marking on it, and the marking matches the what's on Blake's weapon. Okay, so he has on his gun that he found in the last adventure has I believe it's a dragon on it. I believe. So yeah, I'll just say it's a dragon because I can't remember. I don't have this character sheet on me. I should have been more prepared there. But I'll just kind of go with that. So that's how it ties in. So Blake thinks it's strange that he has a... Yeah, I'm not going to draw a card because I want to kind of keep things moving along. And you have to do that sometimes with these adventures. You just kind of have to say, okay, that's what it is. And that's the most logical, expected thing. So I will say... that is the end of that scene, but I will end it. I'll say, since Blake needs to get answers of how to get home, he has kind of no choice but to kind of go. I mean, he could avoid these people, or he could go his own way, or he could ask them. And I think Blake's going to go up and ask where he got that canteen. What's the special thing about the rune, and if they know a way to his hometown, or they've heard of it before. So it's a bunch of questions there. So that's exactly it. So Blake comes up, he approaches them, and although it's a tense scene, maybe he can break up the tension. He says, pardon me. Let me get the, maybe this could be the military dude. Maybe he's wounded or something like that. Pardon me. I'm sorry, but I'm a wanderer. I'm looking for my hometown. I couldn't help but notice that canteen there has a strange marking on it, similar to the. Oh, easy. I'm not going to. I just want to show you something. I'm not going to draw my pistol on anyone. And he shows the dragon on his grip, on his pistol grip there. The emblem there, and I'll say, okay, do they know, or do they respond, or are things just too tense? Okay, do they respond? And I'll draw a card for that. Chaos is at 5 still, and I'll say the odds are, I'll say it's likely. So I'll draw 2 cards. First one is yes. Okay, first yes. Exceptional yes. Okay. 5 through 9 is altered though. Okay, close a thread. Ooh. Suffering. Disrupt. Okay, this action disrupts the tenseness between the soldier and the husband. Or in the couple, I should say. Suffering. Alright. Interestingly, lean. Okay. Close a thread. So what thread? The only thread I have open is he wants to go back to his drifter world. So that's kind of a tricky one. I might have to think about that a little bit. So I'm going to say yes. This will be the cliffhanger and I'll write the whole scene out here, and in the next scene I'll say, we'll kind of resolve what it is, what the connection is, and how that can close a thread. Maybe it's a key to unlocking the door to his home somehow. Somehow the dragon on his pistol leads him to where he needs to go, or it leads him to this artifact. I'm not quite sure how this canteen ties into the mysterious person yet, but maybe it'll tie in somehow. And so basically, this whole thing is it gets really it can get convoluted. So you really have to kind of sometimes get away from the game, think about things, mull it over a little bit, or you can just keep pulling cards until you get a more straightforward answer. But let's write this scene out, and I'll say, okay, Blake disrupts the tension in the group. And they really don't give you a lot of room here. So you got to make the most of the space and sum it up. They know the connection between the canteen and the gun marking or ruin. Okay, so I'll leave it at that. That was quite a long one there. Hopefully I can put things together. Each adventure is very much like a puzzle, you know, when it comes to solo questing. Some easier puzzles than others, but this unraveling kind of leads to this mystery, which is more in line with the last adventure, where it's like you have to figure things out, and the relationships between the characters and how everything ties in when you're playing with a Mythic emulator without a module. So I'll choose some things over. I'll think about some things, and if I can't come up with anything, I'll keep pulling from the cards ideas, and yeah, I'll meet you back here. Keep on solo questing. Thanks for watching.